Smriti Irani joins the debate. Good evening, Smriti Irani, and Ranjana Kumari as well. Smriti Irani, Sanjoy Roy, who's joining us from Singapore, makes the argument that in his view, perhaps Tarun Tejpal and Shoma Chaudhary did not know about the law. So he's making the argument of the ignorance of the law as a defense to why they did not approach the law in the first place. I want you to respond to it.
I think there are two things that have transpired across various media outlets in the past 2-3 days with regards to this case. Firstly, I would like to thank you for stopping Mr. Vinod Mehta from reading out an SMS which would have constituted literally assassination of the character of the victim. But I think that what is equally important is to see that in that reading of whatever little has been read of that SMS, there is an admission of an incident which took place. Similarly, in the first email written, where Mr. Tejpal speaks about atonement and laceration, there is again yet another admission of guilt, because of which he recuses himself. And I feel that when there is an admission by the assaulter himself, then to say that people should be given a benefit of the doubt, for me as a woman, is extremely shocking. To say that two senior journalists in our country are absolutely unaware of the law and only are compelled to follow the law. In fact, Ms. Chaudhary goes to the extent of asking journalists whether you are the aggrieved party. In fact, Ms. Chaudhary today amends her statement and says that since I have heard from a news channel that the girl is not satisfied, hence I shall constitute an internal complaints committee, basically reflects the complete hypocrisy and the farce which has been indulged in by the Tehelka team.
Well, perhaps, why would we not believe here that Sanjoy Roy, upset at the sanctimonious tone of the emails sent out by Shoma Chaudhary and Tarun Tejpal.
Unfortunately, Arnab.
Yes. Okay, Smriti.
This particular case is now playing out just like any other sexual assault or rape case, where the victim now has been put up in public domain and is being accused, her character assassinated.
Yes.
And as a woman, I'm extremely offended by it. I think tonight, every female journalist who's watching, especially the young interns, the young working women in the fourth estate, are wondering that if a man in a position of power in their organization assaults them, should they come out and speak? Given that there are men tonight on your channel who seek to defend somebody who has publicly admitted to the assault.
Right.
And all those who want to give this particular assaulter the benefit of the doubt, let me ask any Indian man who's watching Times Now tonight, if an honest Indian man is accused of such a heinous crime, would that man himself recuse himself from a position, or would he be outraged enough to come out day one and deny the incident? So that is a question that needs to be asked. These are the concerns that need to be addressed.
Well, from the...
And as a woman, I think what is equally painful is that the stand taken by Ms. Shoma Chaudhary gives out a message at large that if a lady in a position of helping the victim happens to be a part of the boys' club, then she will also misuse that position of power, and she will not assist a victim in pursuit of justice.
Well, okay, Sanjoy Roy, I'll give you a right to respond, but Ranjana Kumari also raised her hand. She wants to add to that. Yes, Ranjana Kumari, and then we'll get Sanjoy Roy, who's been stridently supporting Tarun Tejpal and Shoma Chaudhary since yesterday, to respond to both of you. Ranjana Kumari.
Well, Sanjay Roy, Shoma Chaudhary and the likes, all their indefensible defense is not going to work, Arnav, because it's after having read the letter, the email, if Shoma did not think it is clear-cut case of rape and it needed Tehelka to go and file an FIR. I'm sorry, if you've read it, we all have very carefully. Unfortunately, it was sent to everybody and we read it. It is a clear case of rape, and I think that's what Goa police has seen and have understood, and that is why. So now there is no question of any kind of apology and pardon. There is no question, because now it is state versus the person who has been assaulted. It is sexual assault. Even the role of the sexual harassment committee, Arnav, is not going to be of any use anymore, because this is not sexual harassment. This is case of rape. And because, you know, the new definition has, and as I'm sure Indira Jaising on your program yesterday was telling that this is definitely a case of rape, and in that sense, you cannot. And thirdly, let me just tell you that cover up is not going to help, because now Tehelka will be held responsible to be, and also Shoma, I'm really surprised, pained, and that is why yesterday you were mentioning all of us. I wanted to hear from all these men, powerful men, editors of the newspaper. It is now lensed towards your own side. It is one of your own, and I wanted to hear your channel speak about that. I'm extremely impressed and happy that at least you came out.
Well, you know,
with that
Ranjana
strong
Kumari,
language. And really, you said spade is a spade. So I'm very happy about that, Arnav. When I didn't come yesterday, precisely I want to hear all of you speak about that.
Well, you know,
I didn't want a women's
we've
panel to
been,
say, we are very sorry, this woman has been assaulted.
You see, Ranjana Kumari, let me say this to you very clearly, that the victim is also one of us. You need to understand. I think we've been quite unambiguous from the very beginning. And what I want to know is what the response from Sanjay Roy is to the points very aggressively raised by both you and Smriti Irani. Because if this was consensual, or if there is a hint, some kind of a hint being dropped that it was consensual, then why is it being done now? Why was it not mentioned?
Not consensual.
Why was it not mentioned in the first email of Shoma Chaudhary? Why was it not mentioned in the first email of Shoma Chaudhary or Tarun Tejpal that it was consensual? Sanjay Roy.
Arnav, it's totally misleading the people, misleading the legal agencies, misleading the police.
Okay, 1 second, please. Sanjay Roy wanted to respond. Yes, please. Sanjay Roy.
Arnav, I can only share with you what I know, which is from many thousands of kilometers. I've known from Tuesday, I think, that the intent that both Shoma and Tarun... Can I finish? I mean, if you're having a debate, can I speak? Otherwise, I'm happy to leave the studio. I don't need to be here.
Okay.
The intent of Shoma and Tarun has been to do the right thing. They may have erred, I don't know. All we are saying is, at the end of the day, in any incident, and all of you know this, there's always 2 points of view. There's an FIR that's been filed, there's a case that's in place. Let the investigation happen. Let whoever is to be docked in this thing include, and specifically Tarun in this case, if he is responsible, if he is guilty, let the law take its case. For us to sit here and have conjecture.
But they were dodging the law. You haven't answered that question. They were dodging the law. One sec. So Smriti Irani raises a hand.
Can I just finish?
But she wants to rebut you right there, Sanjay. Smriti Irani to Sanjay Roy.
Mr. Roy, with all due respect to you, first, I don't think you're doing a favor to anybody on this panel with asking Arnav whether you'll want to leave or not. But very, very respectfully, let me say, this sickeningly sounds like one of those cases where the assaulter says, well, the girl asked for it or the girl wanted it. So since you are now demanding that a law enforcing agency look into the matter, my question to you is, why do you presume innocence on behalf of Mr. Tejpal? And why do you presume that this girl has indulged? In that case, sir, my request to you is, since you are not a part of the law enforcement agency,
I have not.
I hope I'm correct.
Ma'am, right from the beginning, I've been saying there's an FIR that's been filed. Let the inquiry happen. All I'm saying is that we are trying to hang a person or malign a victim for no reason.
Let me highlight one aspect to you, sir.
No.
Since you hold Mr. Tarun Tejpal and Shoma in such high regards, the question that you need to ask yourself tonight is that why did the Goa police need to take suo motu cognizance of this issue? And why did not Shoma Chaudhary go ahead and file an FIR?
Absolutely. That is the question.
Again, this is something that you have to ask. Unfortunately, I'm not part of Tehelka or party to their
Mr. Roy doesn't know. Mr. Roy, you don't know. Mr. Roy, you don't know that there is no question of now. This FIR cannot be, this whole investigation has been misled because Tehelka is not cooperating. They are not responding to the Goa police. They are still considering it as an internal matter.
Again, I think, ma'am, I think this is conjecture again. I think again this is conjecture that they're not responding to Goa.
No, it is not conjecture.
It's a fact.
And I think over the next few days.
It is fact.
No, you either respond when you have to, or you respond when you are forced to.
I can't hear you. There are too many voices.